Hello, Springfield Adult Learning Center students. This is Mr. Jesse, and this video is going to show you how to access Google Classroom if you have a computer or a tablet that you can go on a web browser. Okay, so what I mean by web browser, let me share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm using Windows. You might have a Macintosh computer by Apple, but a web browser is any program that allows you to go on the internet, right? So if you're trying to get on Google Classroom and you're using a Chromebook, for example, I know a lot of students, this is probably your only laptop is a Chromebook, then you're automatically using the web browser called Google Chrome. If you're using a Windows laptop like I am, you could have Google Chrome on your computer as a program, but you'd have to choose that to open it up. And see here, it's Google Chrome. The icon is a circle with a blue dot, red on the top, yellow on the right, green on the left, okay? You don't have to use Google Chrome to browse the web, and you don't have to use Google Chrome to get onto the Google Classroom. However, it will be probably the most direct method in doing so. You could use Internet Explorer. You could use Safari if you're using a Macintosh. There are always ways to do it, but if you do it that way, you have to log into your student email account for STIC by going to Gmail. Okay, so here I am. I'm already on Gmail, and you can see this logo for Springfield Technical Community College here on the top right. It's showing me that I'm logged in with my STIC email as a teacher, okay? Your STIC email as a your STIC email as a student looks a little different. It's at student.stcc.edu. You're going to need that information. That's extremely important. If you've already logged into your student email, then all you need to do is actually go to the group of apps called Google Apps. By clicking on this icon, it's a 3x3 square of dots. It's called the waffle. I just learned that recently. If you click on the waffle, you get all the Google apps that are available to you show up, and you have to scroll down, and you'll see Google Classroom at the bottom. It's just called Classroom, one word, with this chalkboard, the green chalkboard with the yellow frame around it. That's where you would go to start to use Google Classroom. It would open it up. When I click on it, it opens it up in a new window. Since I've already been on Google Classroom and I'm signed in, it's showing me all the classrooms that I have access to. Let me close that again. But if you open up your Gmail and you're signed into a personal Gmail at gmail.com, for example, or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to add another account. So click Add Another Account. And then this screen will come up from Google, sign in. Here you'll have to type in like whatever, student email, whatever your name is with the numbers at student.stcc.edu, okay? So the first two things you're really gonna need if you have not done this before, you're gonna need to know your student email account, the email address, and you're going to need to know the password associated with it. Once you have those two things, you're definitely going to want to keep it somewhere safe, but remember it somehow, write it down or commit it to your memory, because if you're logging in and out of a web browser, you might have to type it in again, especially if you're on a public computer, all right? So once you establish your student.stcc.edu email, then you'll be able to check it by clicking in the top right of your Gmail page, and you should see that it's going to say at student.stcc.edu, okay? Once you're there, then go back to the Google Apps by clicking on the waffle, scroll down all the way to the bottom left to Classroom, go ahead, click Classroom. The first time you come in, you might not have any classrooms unless you're responding directly to an invitation from a teacher. But what you can do and what you should do is go to the top right and find the plus sign. Notice even as I'm hovering over the plus sign with the cursor, it'll tell me what it's going to do. Create or join a class. So let's click on the plus sign, and we want to join a class, okay? Now, teachers have the class codes available for their classrooms. Whatever classroom a teacher creates for you, they're going to get a class code from Google, and they're going to share the class code with you. They can do that, over the phone. They can do it through an email or texting. Hopefully by the time some of you see this video, you'll be back in the classroom and teachers can give you that class code in person in the class. At this time, summer of 2020, with the coronavirus, we are all doing distance learning. So teachers will have to share this class code with students by the phone or through email. So when you have your class code ready to go for whatever class your teacher wants you to join, just type it in here. It's a combination of numbers and letters. This class code that I just popped in here, I actually pasted it in. You can copy and paste from an email if you'd like. This class code is specifically for the level 1 and 2A summer class that I'm teaching right now. So if you're in the level 1 and 2A summer class of 2020, go ahead and type this code in. Notice these letters are all lowercase. If you're not in that class and you need to type in a code, make sure that you also type in the capital letters, if there are any, as capitals, because the class code is case sensitive. So you need to get it just as it looks. And your teacher should be able to explain that if you need any help. Okay, so then you would just click join. Okay, now my class code is not valid because I'm already in this class. In fact, I created this class, so that class code doesn't make sense to Google right now. But what you're going to see is the name of the class and the banner once you're in. So again, your teacher will have shared this class code with you, whatever class code goes along with their class, they're going to share with you. And when you first go to the Google Classroom, you just want to make sure you click the plus sign, click join class, type in whatever that class code is, and then click join. Simple as that. You're going to get into the classrooms, and then you can go from there as far as looking at the stream for information, clicking on classwork to see assignments and some materials. Your teacher will be able to guide you through whatever it is you need to do to really learn the subjects you're going to need to pass your HiSET. So at this point, that's all you need to know to get onto the Google Classroom if you're using a computer. And hopefully that's enough information for you right now. Good luck with everything. Take care.